Well, here we are. This is my current setup. Got all my bags on right now. Yeah, I'm excited to go out with this exhaust. I did put in a new spark arrestor now, because I do want to ride on trails and whatnot, so that's a necessary thing in Minnesota. I'd say the exhaust and the engine are the same sound now, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, found it. Now it does say, travel at my own risk. I'm just curious, like, what level of risk is involved with something like that. There's a pile of dirt here. There's a stop sign. For those coming from that way. I would like to travel at my risk, please. I've driven by this probably 100 times. I've always kind of wondered. Oh, that's a dead deer. Ah. Well, this I know I'm not allowed on. So we gotta go back. Well, that answers that age-old question. I said, where does that go? It says, somewhere you can't be. Well, now I know. You know, I had a feeling that might happen, but I was like, nah, we'll be alright. It'll go across it, you know, at worst. But it'll go somewhere else after that. Heck no. How is there a stop sign here? Who's that for? Minimum maintenance road. I can show you a different one. Let's go to a different one. I won't say it's better, but it's definitely longer. This one was probably better if you're judging by how hilarious that was. Because that was hilarious. Yeah, I really like this though. I like riding. I think it's probably one of the most exciting and adventurous things I've ever really undertaken. Take a little drive just to take the drive, you know, and look around and go down that one road that I've always wanted to go down but never have. I like this bike a lot. I like riding a lot. I think a bigger bike would even be more fun. I built that fence right there. Oh, don't do it, birds! Oh God, Jesus Christ! Oh, why? Why do birds do this? Why are you like this, birds? This is fun. This is something I think a lot of people could benefit from. I was nervous at first. I'm still nervous. Only 850 miles into my riding career. Got a lot to learn still. Choose a dual sport, a bike you can take an adventure on. Any bike you can take an adventure on. It's a good choice. Used to be a Best Buy, or I'm sorry, a Blockbuster right there. So that's how old I am and how long I've lived in this town. Blockbuster. You'll see here we got a rolling start. Going 30. When it turns to 50, I'm gonna gun it. We'll see. Bye. going up a hill now. I think that's all third had to give us. Let's go to fourth. Oh yeah, look at us climb this thing. Alright. Yeah, we're going 50 up the hill. I haven't even shifted into fifth. I like to call it the most useless gear in the world. I swear every time I shift into fifth, I just get slower. I think I shift too early or something. That's why I wish I had a tachometer. But as I actually picked one up recently, and I'm looking forward to actually using it. I just, I wanted to ride the bike now with just the exhaust, and the intake, and a little bit of jetting to see how much that changed it, if any. Because a lot of people, they were doing the big bore kits and all sorts of, cams and stuff, which are sweet. And I actually have a big bore kit at my house right now. It just came in today. But they usually jetted it all up after that. And I was just a little curious myself to see if maybe the jetting was a huge part of what was holding it back. Because from what I read and, watch, because I consume a lot of that stuff, and I'll go to the forums and I'll read through different stuff and get a kind of idea, hopefully an accurate one. And it seems like the jetting, a lot of people are like, oh, it runs really lean, so, change the jetting and you should have. They're always like, oh, you're going to have way more power. Oh, it's going to rip, but, we're going to be able to let it rip. It's like, I don't know. I don't know that it even feels different to me. It doesn't like to idle, apparently, so that's new. Whereas before, at least once I got it started, it was all good. But that could be something I got to fix. But when you start messing with things like that, that's the sort of doors you open up. You end up, okay, well, I did this thing, but now I got to fix this thing because this thing was done. It becomes just this whole deal, and I don't know all there is to know about motorcycles. Believe it or not, I'm actually just one person. So I only know what I know, and I do my best to educate myself, but at the end of the day, I am relying on just reading things. And I learn best when somebody points to it, shows me how it works, and then from there on, I'll be set. I'm a little mechanically inclined. On my older videos, give that away. I wouldn't say I'm a mechanic at all, but if you give me a list of instructions and a set of tools, I can usually get it done. And I mean, that's how I got through doing the clutch. I did a clutch on a Ranger, which is by far my crowning achievement in the mechanic world, and I'm super duper proud of that. But yeah, I mean, I had no one there to really tell me how to do it. I just had to watch videos and go online and read forums. I had the manual, the Haynes manual or whatever, Chilton, but that only gets you so far, right? A lot of them sort of expect you have a certain level of knowledge before you open the book, so it's tough if you don't. It says remove the alternator before you do this. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, but how do I remove the alternator? Because then you gotta go find that part of the book. It's fine, that's how I got through it. So it'll work, time consuming. Really proud of that. So that's kind of my level though. So if I can have a direct bit of knowledge from somebody who says, hey man, take this off, put this on, easy. But if it's all right, now if your bike is running rich, you need to back off the jet a little bit or something, which I don't know if that's the case right now, but I'm just saying. And I don't know how to know if it's running rich. It is dying when it's driving. Honestly, this bike feels amazing. I'm getting caught up talking, but I'm also sort of just not making any sense because I'm too busy thinking about how I'm ripping 45 down this road that I wouldn't drive my car 35 down. A lot of fun. In front of us, we got a minimum maintenance road again, a real one. None of this goes off to a trail thing. Although this one does abruptly end as well. Kinda gotta watch out back here because I don't think people normally go straight through. Travel at your own risk. I think I will. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. She a little wet. A little moist. But you'll see traffic way out there. This is kind of cool. Hope I'm not weirding up someone's day. They're probably home. It's just poised up, ready for the night. That's pretty cool. Oh, hey, there's someone in there. Well, I'm weirding up someone's day. Anyways, I've been down this road a lot, actually. So no one's ever said anything to me. I don't know if there's rules about it, but I see a sign that says minimum maintenance road. And I'm gonna go ahead and minimum maintenance down the road, you know? But hopefully it's not an issue. I don't ever go in the fields or anything. I just think it's really cool out here. And there's some field trails that come off of this. I don't go on those either. I strictly stay to my my little road here, my minimum maintenance road. Oh yeah, here's the minimum part. Now I gotta stand up for this. Oh god, we're gonna stand up for that. There we go. Oh, that's me standing, by the way. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, she gets ruddy up here. She's getting ruddy in the duddy. Let's try to get her through. I'm gonna do some standing. Oh, I can't do that. Alright, let me go over here. Oh, you don't want to hit that though. Alright. Man, I don't try to rip it up or nothing, you know, I'm just trying to get through. That's all I do. Although, so you guys know, I do gotta go back the way I came. Because like I said, this one does end. And it ends rather abruptly. Well, I guess maybe not. You could say that this part here is a pretty clear indication it's not got further to go, huh? Riding's just fun though, because I mean, you just ain't doing this in a car. Even if you got like a four-wheel drive truck, this isn't... The problem isn't your all-terrain ability, the problem is size, you know? But, yeah, this is a spot. It used to go straight through here, to that road. You can see the sign down there way at the far end, I believe, that tells you not to go this way. But for some reason or other, this is blocked off now, and the only way to progress would be through there, but like I said, I don't do that. So this is the part where I just turn around. Nope. Go back and weird up his day again. But yeah, I just think it's cool back here. I don't know. Nothing real special. It's just a little spot. Oop. Go with the clutch. Yeah, I don't know. People say maybe it like gives you lower end torque, you know, or grunt or torque or whatever. And I guess I kind of feel that, but I don't know. I never felt like this bike really lacked that. And if it did, you know, I was watching the guy online that's just like, yeah, you know, you gotta beat the hell out of the clutch in order to get up stuff sometimes. And I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. But then he's like, yeah, and it has no problem getting the hell beat out of it. So it's, it's just one of those situations where it's like, oh, okay, so I guess that's just how it's meant to be run, kind of aggressively, you know. So I don't know. I'm no pro. Whee! No. Oh crap! I cannot see. But yeah, I mean, I'd go a little faster in there too. It's not. I wasn't going super slow, just to, you know, out of a little bit out of respect. That guy working right there, I didn't want to tear it up and stuff. But I do like to kind of get ripped up in there. Never bahaing around or anything, but just, you know, go over those bumps with a little more speed to kind of get a feel for it. I want trails just made out of that. I want to be dealing with that for 10 hours at a time. All I get are these minimum maintenance roads. That one's still back there? Nope. Sorry. Hi, neighbor. No, he runs. I just never thought about where. Well, you're allowed to do that. It's not that strange if you live right in town and you want to run in nature, because, you know, drive yourself out 5 miles, run 5 miles out there, you know. I don't know how far people run. I don't run. Believe it or not, I don't run. I'm trying to think of another minimum maintenance road we could explore together. Just stand up, reflect on my life's decisions. Yeah, I think like a bar's a little higher would be sweet. Be a little sweet. Yeah, as far as upgrades, I got the tachometer coming. I got the, like I said, I got those bar risers to install. I'm gonna throw on some different tires, some Shinko's 244, is that what they are? Ones people all will put on. They're a 50/50 tire. And so in the end of May, I got this trip planned with some fellow adventure riders, dual sporters that I have never met in my life. So I assume they're all really cool, just like myself. And I'm assuming they're assuming I'm pretty cool, so it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, I just want to be ready. I need a camp. I got a little bit of that going on, but tonight, or sometime soon, maybe not tonight, but sometime soon, I'm gonna put on the big bore kit on this bike, and then it has to be dialed in perfectly before I go up there. You know, I wanna be very comfortable with riding that bike, and none of this dying randomly nonsense stuff. And it'll be my first ride with anybody else, really, so a little nerve-wracking, ain't gonna lie. It's exciting, but it's also like, oh boy, it's a long trip, gotta be ready for that. Trail riding itself will be about 150 miles, but it is on the weekend of my birthday, so that's exciting. Just don't want to make a fool of myself. That's really the biggest part. I think pretty much everybody should get into riding a motorcycle. I think it's... give it all she's got. Ah, red line, awkward. Speed limit's 55. Can we do it? We are doing it. 88, I just can't imagine almost going back in time. But he's a really cool guy. I mean, I watched pretty much all of his videos. He's even commented on mine. It's kind of cool. I think he's a big deal. Brought this thing up to 88 miles an hour. It's a big deal to me. It's real to me, damn it. Really nice people up here. As far as like biker etiquette, I feel like they're nice people. I feel like most people are nice people. Oh, let's go look at something embarrassing. Was this a parking lot? Oh, sort of. Sorry, guy. That wood fence back there in the corner, I built that. I might have built a fence or two around here. That's me in the corner. Whoop. That's me in the spotlight, building brand new fences. I shifted the wrong gear. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, riding a motorcycle. Yeah, so those were, you know, some roads. And I think, you know, I think it rips. I think I would say put the exhaust on your bike and do it up. My next video will probably involve installing a big bore kit, and then we'll go from there. I opted for the 68cc piston, not 68 millimeter piston, to bump up the bike to like 202 or something. And I was hoping to avoid cams, because then I don't have to deal with valves and heads. I'm really trying to not get too crazy on this here. I just want the bike to be able to do a little more than it does. I don't know about you guys, but there is a point where the engine will start to like rumble down there, and you have to adjust the way you're throttling, and that'll kind of bring it back into like just normal vibration mode. Y'all ever get that? Let me know if there's any suspension options out there. It'd be pretty cool. I'm curious. A lot of people say suspension makes a big difference. I did see they made a seat, Corbin, I think it was. $500 was a little too steep for me. I'm just gonna be honest. The bike was $3,000. I can't justify that. If it don't make it go faster, I don't know. That's a tough sell for me. It would have to be one hell of a seat, and even then, I don't know if my ass is worth $500. It might be best to just write that one off insurance-wise. I mean, that's enough money to buy yourself a nice set of gear, deck out your bike with all sorts of cool things. That's a lot of money. We'll see what I say after I've taken this on some longer rides. I see that a universal one is usually made of sheepskin. So, yeah, there is actually a farm not too far up the road from me, a sheep farm. So maybe I ought to see what the deal is. See if they make stuff like that. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed today's adventure. It's not really anything specific. I just wanted to take the bike out for a rip after putting the exhaust on. See what kind of stuff that offered us. I don't know, it's not too crazy different. I'm not a fan of the fact that the bike appears to be not wanting to idle as much anymore, you know. But we'll see how it gets once I'm back to the garage now. Oh, you know what? If you enjoyed today's show, please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Try to put out content as often as I can. I do work full time. Summer's coming up. So, you know, I gotta get back to it as far as building fences. But I do intend to be doing this all summer long. So if you subscribe, you get to hang out and check it out. Oh, you know what we could check out? Oh man, I already did all my outro, but check this. I forgot about this place. Are we still recording? Alright. Yeah, check this out. Quiet down the bike, quiet down the bike. It's kind of like sandy out here, so best to keep moving. But these are the coolest things to me. I don't know why I get such a kick out of them. Whoa! Oh, watch out for that. That's why you don't want to outrun your headlight. Not that it's that dark. I don't know why I even bothered saying it. I could just see it glowing in the headlight. Isn't this cool? I mean, it's obviously just a spot to go, you know, work on this sign. But where is it? I'm not 100% sure I'm allowed to be out here. Where does that go? The urge to explore, I tell ya. Gotta go somewhere. I have an idea. Alright. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. There we go. I'll find out where it goes on the other side. Alright. Let's get out of here.